Well, break out the tiny violins. Trump didn't get the Nobel Peace Prize, and somewhere in Florida, a golden spray tan is melting in real time.
Yep, the self-proclaimed peace president just got passed over for the world's biggest good guy award, and he's reportedly having a yard sale level meltdown.
But while it's hilarious to picture, this isn't just entertainment. For Canada, it's a quiet diplomatic victory because the Nobel Committee didn't just deny Trump a trophy, they saved us from a nightmare.
By the way, I know we just dropped a video this morning.
But we're a couple hours behind here in Mexico, and as soon as we heard this news, we couldn't resist jumping back on camera. So let's get back into it.
The prize went to Venezuelan opposition leader Corina Machado, a woman who's literally risked her life fighting for democracy.
You know, actual courage, not hiding behind golf carts and lawsuits.
And let's not miss the message here. While Trump's been bombing Venezuelan fishermen with zero proof they're drug traffickers, the world just handed its highest peace honor to one of his targets.
That's not just a snub. That's a global slap in the face. The world is saying enough. And the question is, when will America?
Now, the internet laughed, of course, but think about it. If Trump had won, every press conference, every terror threat, every G7 meeting would have started with the same line, as a Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Can you imagine? He'd hold that medal up like a holy relic every time Canada said no to something. You're disagreeing with a man of peace.
It would have been unbearable and dangerous.
Giving Trump a Nobel Peace Prize would be like giving a pyromaniac a lifetime supply of matches.
Exactly. He doesn't spread peace, he weaponizes validation. He'd have used it to hammer his allies like Canada on everything from dairy to digital trade.
And the Nobel Committee didn't just choose a better winner, they disarmed a bully.
And in doing so, they gave Canada something priceless. Relief.
Yeah, because Nobel laureate Trump would have been insufferable.
And let's be real, this is the same guy who brags about stopping 7 wars when he hasn't stopped one.
Not Ukraine, not Gaza, not Yemen, not a single one.
Even the so-called Gaza peace deal, that's not about peace, it's about profit. Trump and Netanyahu are treating diplomacy like a real estate deal.
You can almost picture the sales pitch, can't you? Once the hostages are out, we'll bulldoze the rubble and build beachfront condos.
It's disgusting, and the Nobel Committee just called their bluff.
Instead, we get to watch Trump fume on Truth Social, which, ironically, might be the only battlefield where he still thinks he's a hero.
And honestly, that's what we call a peaceful outcome.
Now, jokes aside, this moment says something bigger about how the world sees leadership.
The Nobel Committee rewarded facts, integrity, and courage, not chaos and self-promotion.
And honestly, we've got to give a shout out to our Scandinavian friends in Norway. We are proud of you.
And Canada has always felt more kinship with Europe and Scandinavia than with the mega corner of the US anyway. We have shared values, shared decency, and clearly, shared relief.
That's good news for Canada, a country that still believes in rules-based international order. You know, treaties, diplomacy, decency.
Yeah, when the world chooses reason over rage, that strengthens Canada's position.
It means our prime minister doesn't have to walk into meetings with a man who thinks peace is something you trademark.
And it reminds Canadians that we actually stand for democracy, human rights, and courage, not the politics and personality of these cults.
In other words, the Nobel Committee just picked calm over Trump's chaos.
So while ICE is rounding up innocent people in the blue states and Trump is tearing America apart, the cable news crowd is obsessing over his tantrum. Maybe we should focus instead on what didn't happen.
We didn't get Nobel laureate Trump. We didn't get an ego with a peace medal.
Instead, the world rewarded courage over chaos and facts over fascism.
But you know what? Let's be honest. This isn't funny anymore. Trump's getting angrier, more reckless, and more dangerous.
So here's the message to Canadians. Avoid the US at all costs right now. We're not just watching a tantrum, we're watching a tyrant unravel.
The best thing we can do is stay alert, stay united, and protect what they're losing, our democracy and our decency.
And speaking of tyrants, if you missed this morning's video about Danielle Smith trying to tear our country apart, go watch that next. It all connects.
Because whether it's Trump's threats or Smith's separatism, the same playbook is spreading. In Canada, we have to stay united.
So drop your thoughts below and make sure to like, subscribe, and click on that bell so that you get notified when a new video drops.
And make sure to share this one, because in a week full of tantrums and turmoil, it's nice to celebrate a little sanity, isn't it?